Hello. Okay, let me just make sure I mute this here. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are so excited to be in here in the Spruce Society. Thank you so much for having us. I am Tracy Black Nielsen, and this is my husband, Trevor Nielsen. Hello.
Hello.
We just wanted to give a huge shout out to Jessica Petty for inviting us to come in here. We just love sharing about our tool. It's called Oily Trends, if you haven't heard of it. We're going to do a brief introduction about Oily Trends, and then we're going to show you guys how to use Oily Trends for end of the month, because it's end of the month right now, right? So if you've got questions or comments, right, there are things that you want us to address in the video, please be sure to type it into the comment box of the video right here in the Facebook group, okay? And we'll be sure to go through and answer those questions during the call, or we'll come back in after the call to answer them as well. We also do have the live transcription turned on, and I was testing this a little bit earlier. If you don't see the live transcription turned on, you can go into your Facebook video settings, like just click the little cog icon on this Facebook video and just say enable or turn on the English translation, and then you'll be able to see it, okay? So let's get started. I'm really excited. Again, thank you so much to Jessica Petty and this entire group. We're so thrilled to be here. We're friends with many of you in here. So excited to be here. Okay. So let me just give you kind of a brief introduction to Oily Trend. Like, how did it get started? So I am a Young Living Crown Diamond, and my husband has a background in software engineering. I have a background in digital marketing. And so when I just started my business, I kind of came into it like, I was tracking all these trends, right? I was tracking and using reports from the virtual office. But what I was finding is that I wasn't getting exactly what I needed. I got some information, but I couldn't track things over time. Again, with that sort of like digital marketing background, I was, used to seeing things like, okay, how did this campaign do over this 3-month period? Or how did this new launch do when we, over this 6-month period? So I really wanted to see things over time. So when Trevor joined me in the business, I was like, okay, honey, here are all these Excel spreadsheets that I had been creating. And I was like, you're taking this on for me, and I'm going to run the marketing side of the business. I'm going to do the classes, right? And do the Facebook groups. Like, he's shaking his head because he's like laughing. Literally, I created all these amazing Excel spreadsheets with like graphs and it auto create all these fun graphs and tables and everything. He looked at it and he was like, I'm not doing this. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not doing it? But I need it. And so he was like, no, I didn't mean I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'm going to create a better way for you to track all this data. And I was like, okay, but what's going to happen to my spreadsheets? Because I spent so much time on it. He was like, no, we're going to do it so much better. And because he is an iPhone developer, software engineer, he was like, I'm going to create an app for you. And so really, Oily Trends was born out of the need, right, that I saw of like things that I wanted to track in my business. And every report that you're going to see in Oily Trends is because in the beginning, it was me. I was like, wouldn't it be really cool if we could track this and this and that? And then he would go back and figure out a way to do it. But then over time, what's really happened is our amazing Oily Trends community, they've come up with different ideas and suggestions and things that they want to see in Oily Trends as well. So if you've got a suggestion for a report or data that you want to track, please hit us up. We do have an Oily Trends Facebook group, and I'll post some of that information in just a little bit, but we do have a Facebook group, or you can contact Trevor. He is the one and only. He does it all for the app. He's the customer support. He's the app developer. He does everything with Oily Trends. So he is so amazing at taking your requests, putting the reports together. And so it's pretty amazing. So let me just show you a demo. I'm going to share my screen so you can see this, okay? All right. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to see here is this is our Oily Trends dashboard, okay? So the Oily Trends, or I'm sorry, you're going to see the sign up for Oily Trends. If you've not joined Oily Trends yet, it's just a monthly subscription, which is fantastic. It's just, you can kind of pick and choose or, go along as you want. There is a discount if you get it for a 12-month subscription. But what you would do is you would purchase Oily Trends first. And then you would go into the App Store or the Google Play Store and then download it to your phone, okay? And what you're gonna see is that with Oily Trends, you're gonna be able to get so many things that you would never be able to get anywhere else. Reports, trends, more robust than what the virtual office offers. And quite frankly, like I said, because we're Crown Diamonds ourselves, we're really kind of on the pulse of like what are sort of the customer needs, brand partner needs, right, for reports. And so that's often what you'll see in Oily Trends. So super easy to do. Once you're ready to sign up, you just kind of go to the sign up screen, and it's really easy to get started, okay? So let me show you now the dashboard. Okay, so first of all, I just want to preface that, can you guys still see my screen, Jessica? It says the video has ended, and I just want to make sure you guys can still see this. Let's see. Can you still see my screen? I hope you guys can. If not, what I might need to do is post the replay in just a little bit. Okay. So let me just show you. So this is the dashboard for Oily Trends. And this is, I just want to preface and say that this is dummy data. And if you're not familiar with that term, what that means is this is not real data. This is not any one particular person's data. These numbers are all just kind of made up. It's just sort of dummy data so that we can kind of see what things look like. So if you see names on reports, that's all dummy data. It's not real people. If there's any likeness to an actual real person, it's purely coincidental, okay? All right, so what you're gonna see on your Oily Trends dashboard is, what you would expect, right? Your OGV, your pace OGV, your projected OGV. You're going to see your percentage of people of your team on loyalty rewards, average loyalty rewards order. You're going to see the number of errors. These are loyalty rewards errors. You're also going to see kind of a snapshot of like where your team is, right? So number of members, who's new, the sort of daily new members, and even ranks on your team. So this is just kind of a nice dashboard to kind of see a quick snapshot of what your team looks like. Now, next up, what I want to show you are just a couple of things, and then I'm going to really drill down into using Oily Trends, in particular for end of month. So this is the dashboard. Oily Trends also has trending, and you can look, for instance, at your daily OGV. So on each day, what does that look like? And here's the really cool thing, and something you won't see anywhere else, is that you can scroll this back to, previous years, previous months. I mean, look, this is all going back all the way, nearly 10 years or whenever you first started with Young Living. So this is really kind of the bread and butter. And one of the things that makes Oily Trends so different is that you can see this trending data over time, right? You might want to measure, for instance, like, okay, so maybe my OGV is up or down in a given month, but what does that look like? Let's now compare September of 22 over September 21 of 2021 or 2020. So you can really sort of look at that data, okay? You'll see here, there's daily trends and monthly trends. The one daily trend that I really want to highlight, because I think this is one trend that a lot of people don't know about this. Instead of taking a screenshot before and after a sale of your virtual office, okay, just thinking about the sale that's coming up, you can look at your daily OGV growth. Isn't this so cool? So you can actually see the actual figures here. And what you can do here is sort of measure and see like, okay, if a sale starts on September 23rd and ends on September 26th, what is the growth that has happened during those 3 days compared to other 3 days in the month? So again, you don't need to snapshot or screenshot your virtual office. You can actually look at your daily OGV growth here. You could also look at your daily new members. That's a really great stat. Some other cool things that you can see here is, again, your percentage on loyalty rewards. And you can see this over time. So this is going to show a snapshot over the last year. Again, this is all dummy data, or you can go back to previous years just to kind of see how you're doing. So this is sort of a nice indication here of showing you what's kind of going on. So if you're seeing that your loyalty rewards percentage for a given period is lower than you expected, that might be an indication to work on some kind of loyalty rewards campaign for your team. You know, maybe you're teaching more classes, maybe you're offering an incentive, maybe you're doing more, you know, around sort of rallying the benefits of loyalty rewards to your team. Another stat that I really like to look at is the number of enrollers. This is sort of like your snapshot of duplication really at play here. So this is going to show you, for instance, right, like how many people in a given month are enrolling, have at least enrolled one person. So this is kind of an indication of like, okay, so if this has gone down over time, whoops, I'll show it again. If this has gone down over time, it might be worthwhile to look at, okay, what kind of enroller campaign do I need to create? How can I increase the number of people who are enrolling on my team? Is it teaching more classes? Is it offering an incentive? Is it providing more education? So it just kind of gives you some really great insight on things that you can do. And I personally love looking at those stats in particular. Okay, so some other things that I want to point out. Trends you'll see here. There are 4 daily trends and 15 monthly trends that you're going to see. The other great thing about Oily Trends, what you're going to see here is reports. So there are over 25 custom reports here. And these are reports, right, with the exception of a couple of them, you're not going to see anywhere else, right? So you might be able to get kind of a, let's see, close to rank, no, you can't. You might be able to get certain things, right, in the virtual office, but pretty much everything here is unique and custom and was a request either by me or another Oily Trends user to be able to do their business better. So let me kind of give you a snapshot on some of these and show you in particular for end of the month, okay? You'll see here, we've got loyalty rewards errors. So this is one report that you can get right from the virtual office. You can do that. And but what I like about the report in Oily Trends is you can see the loss. So that's really great to be able to understand, okay, if I can get at least, you know, half of them or 3/4 of them, this is the OGB that I can recapture for the month. You can see the number of errors, you can see skips. So this gives you really sort of the ability to drill down. You can even click on individual people. Again, this is all dummy data. This is not real people info, but you can click on information to view more details. The other thing that I like to see is loyalty rewards drop off. So who in a given month has dropped off loyalty rewards? And this will show you what was their last loyalty rewards order. So this is showing you last month, right? They had spent this much. So you could download this report. That's what this is. You could download it, export the report, and then do some kind of a recapture campaign. Maybe finding out from them, you know, do they need help? Do they need, you know, more information on how to use the products? Do they know the benefits of loyalty rewards? It just gives sort of a great snapshot on who dropped off. And then, you know, you can then reach out to them and offer some help. So another report that's fantastic at sort of capturing potentially lost OGB is the missed enrollers report. So this is a really great report you'll see here. So these are people who have enrolled at least one person, but haven't spent the 100 PB yet. So you can kind of go through, or they don't have, you'll see, they don't fully have the CV needed to earn that commission. So, I mean, again, this is sort of an easy win, reaching out to these people and letting them know, like, you're so close, right? So let's say this is an example. You're so close. You're less than $20 away from earning your commission check. Let's help you. So again, great way to capture some potentially lost OGB, help someone earn a paycheck, be really proactive about your customer service. Another report that I'd like to do to recapture that sort of like lost OGB This is really cool and probably something you didn't even know existed within Oily Trends. It is this. So it's called We Owe Reports. So this was a request by one of our members where they said, we just love Oily Trends so much. We just like to run all of our reports through Oily Trends. And so you can do that. So, you know, the reports that are already available in the virtual office, for instance, about to go inactive, you can pull that report within Oily Trends and see it all in here. So I just wanted to point that out and let you know that you can do that. So this is showing a report of people who are about to go inactive, and you can view them, you could download it, but again, a really great feature. You can pull this report, it pulls from the virtual office, and you can see it within Oily Trends. Okay, so those were all sort of end of the month tasks to help capture that lost OGB. A few others that I want to highlight really help with that sort of loyalty rewards conversion. So, you know, that's a major thing that we're trying to do with our business, right? Convert people, get them on loyalty rewards. These are really some amazing reports in here. So here's a report of some people who have never been on loyalty rewards, but look, you can see some of them have OGB. Going down the list, some of them won't. There's another report here of people who are not on loyalty rewards and they have PV. So you can see here, right, a number of months, right, that they've had PV and they haven't gone on loyalty rewards. So what I like to do with them, and when you click on each person, you'll be able to see the total. This is a really amazing report. Again, you can't get it anywhere else. And just to be able to see the total is fantastic too. But when you click on each individual person, you'll be able to see the total that they've spent. And you can like take a screenshot or even just send it over to them and go, hey, in this case, let's say her name's Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie, you know, did you know you spent $500 in the last 11 months? You could have earned at least $50, you know, just figuring if you were on loyalty rewards and earning 10% back, you know, do you want to reconsider and get on loyalty rewards? It looks like you've been ordering for the last 11 months. So let's help you. So you can kind of go down the list and help people get on loyalty rewards and just show them the value and the amount, right, that they could have earned for free in points. All right. So next up, something that I want to cover is just providing customer service. This is such a cool report. Your new members. You could easily download this report, and I'll show you in a little bit on how you can add phone numbers and add email addresses to this. But this is fantastic because you can see these are your new members. If you haven't yet, or if someone on your team hasn't yet, this is the opportunity to send them a welcome text, a welcome email, let them know about your Facebook group and your amazing online community. So I love to make sure I go through here and reach out to our new members. The same goes for people who are new to loyalty rewards. Again, this is just an amazing report within Oily Trends that you're not going to see anywhere else. These are new loyalty rewards members. Like, what a great opportunity. You could send them, you know, a little booklet on the benefits of loyalty rewards, maybe send them a postcard or a sample of something to try and to put into their next loyalty rewards order. Perhaps you help them with like a 3-month wellness plan, or you tell them like, let me help you put together an order for the next 3 months, or maybe you build an incentive for them. There's so many different options here, but now you've got the report and you're able to do it. So I will come back to how to add phone numbers and how to add email addresses for any of these reports in just a little bit. Okay, so some other things that I like to do is just providing customer service is my reactivation report. This is one of my favorite reports ever. And if you're not using the reactivation report, you are really missing out. I mean, this alone, I feel like could easily pay for Oily Trends, because this would take so much time if you try to do it yourself, and you cannot get this report anywhere. This is the reactivation report. So this will tell you who on your team has reactivated and the number of days. So there's a couple of opportunities here. Number one, you can re-engage with them, do a welcome, make sure they're connected to your resources, whether that's a Facebook group, maybe you have weekly text tips, Maybe you're teaching in-person classes. But the other thing is that you can see here the number of days. This indicates when they reactivated. So this, Trisha, not a real person. And if there is a Trisha Wade out there, this is all just a coincidence. This is all just dummy data. In this case, it's a Trisha Wade, right? And she reactivated 30 days ago. That means today is the last day to do a sponsor move. So this is a great opportunity to just look through to see who needs to do sponsor moves, if that's something that you wanted to do or somebody on your team. Okay, recognition. This is a big end of the month task and something that I just love doing. So again, here's another report that is an Oily Trends exclusive. It's first time enrollers. Who on your team has enrolled somebody for the first time? So this is a really important report to especially do end of the month because you're looking through to see not only, I want to congratulate them and, maybe send them resources on, whether it's a booklet, like a business building booklet, the Rise to Rank or the Rise booklet that Young Living has. Maybe it's your business group if they're not already in it, but also making sure that they've got the CV to cover their commission and talking to them about that. So you can see in this case, we're showing a couple of people who are brand partners, but there are 3 people here who are not brand partners yet, right? So we need to help these people before the end of the month convert their account to brand partner so that they can earn a commission. So this is definitely a must-have to be doing towards end of the month. Okay, some other things that I like to do for recognition is top enrollers. So I like to kind of come through and look to see, who are like, my enrollers who've enrolled, 2 or more, 5 or more, 10 and up, whatever that kind of looks like for your team, those milestones. And what you can do is you could have sort of a leaderboard in your Facebook group or in your chat thread, right? Just kind of recognize and promote people who are the top enrollers for the team. But what I also like to do is right around the 2nd or 3rd of the month in my Facebook group, what I like to do is like really highlight and recognize the people who are the top enrollers, because again, this is a really important part of our business to always be enrolling, right? But this is just a fantastic report. The other thing that I love about top enrollers is if Young Living is doing an incentive, sometimes they'll do these incentives like level up, enroll 2 and get this, or enroll 4 and get that. We're not in a season right now where Young Living is doing that, but when they do, this is a fantastic report to come in to see like, okay, how close are some people to sort of that next level where they can earn that incentive. So this is a report that I'm looking at all the time. The same goes for our top loyalty rewards enrollers. I just like to go through, give recognition to people, especially those who are, enrolling quite a bit, and, giving them accolades, and then also using this as a teaching tool, because when you recognize people publicly, right, you're celebrating and spotlighting people who have done the hard work, but you're also bringing awareness to people that like, this is an important thing to be doing, enrolling people in loyalty rewards. Somebody got, is on the leaderboard for, top loyalty rewards enrollers. I see that that's a really important part of the business. So it just kind of brings awareness to other people that this is something to be doing as well. Some other cool things for recognition is close to rank. So you can go back previous months and see who was close to rank, okay? Close to re-rank. This was actually a report that we had several people ask us to do. So again, another just sort of testament that if you've got an idea, Trevor is just fantastic about implementing and listening to the voice of, the app users. So if you've got something that you want to suggest, it might end up on here just like close to re-rank. Okay. In terms of team support, let me show you some things to really be looking at. So lost rank. So I like to kind of go through, and you can look at this from different levels, right? Different ranks. Again, this is all dummy data, not real people. Any likeness is just a coincidence. But you can kind of go through to see, okay, who has lost rank? Who can I talk to? Who might need some help to kind of get back to where they were? Okay. The other thing I like to look at is sort of growth on the team. And what does that look like? So this is a really cool report that shows you sort of growth on your team as it sort of looks for your top legs. So you can, toggle this to your top 3 legs, your top 2 legs, your top 6 legs, and sort of see like, okay, what's been sort of the growth year over year? Maybe you use this as a guide to go through and go, okay, I think where I need to be spending my time is here, and I really need to dig in and help those people. Okay, so that's a really fantastic one. And remember, there's also a trend that you'll see up here on growth as well. So let me just show you, there is a team growth, right? Total growth, total OGV growth. So you can see a lot of growth in the trending as well. Okay, some other things that you'll see, and there's actually quite a few reports. I'm not going to go through all of them, but certainly if you are already an Oily Trends user, we do have an Oily Trends Facebook group. I'll post the details on that in just a little bit, where we do have great information and tutorials on how to use each report. But I did just want to highlight a couple of things. So YL will sometimes have incentives, and you're going to find them here under YL programs. So for instance, a couple of months ago, we just wrapped up Cultivate and Grow. We've had programs called Level Up. So you're going to see those here. But one that I want to highlight is retreat qualifiers. So this is really fantastic. We can kind of go through to see, okay, who were the retreat qualifiers for our team, for silver, for gold, for platinum, and diamond. Again, it's such a great way to recognize people and, to show others, right? So not only recognizing the people who are on this list, you're also bringing awareness to other people that this is a big deal to qualify for a retreat, and that, this is something that, they could all be striving for, is to win one of these retreats. Okay, so let me show you some other cool details with Oily Trends. I had mentioned earlier about adding phone numbers and email addresses to Oily Trends report. So let me just kind of show you real quick. Reactivation report is a really good one for this. Reactivation report. So if you want to export a report, you just simply click this button and it'll export to the email that you have on file with Oily Trends. Oily Trends, however, does not keep any personal identifiable information. So it does not keep addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, or anything like that of the people, right? Of sort of like, your team, right? That's on here. But what you can do is when you export, it'll send to your email. You go ahead and you download that to your laptop. This is something you'll have to do on a computer or a laptop, not on your phone. And then what you'll do is you'll come, and then what you'll do after that is go into the virtual office and then go to, all members, right? And then you're going to download either phone numbers or addresses or email addresses, whatever kind of data point that you're looking to add to the Oily Trends report. Download that. So you then have the 2 files that are now downloaded on your laptop or computer. You'll come into this feature here. So it's not a report, it's a feature, and it's called append phone numbers. So you can append just means add on. And so you can actually add phone numbers, mailing addresses, all of them, or mailing addresses too. So I like to just kind of do all, just to kind of get it all in there. I like to remove not found, and you just click choose files, and then on your desktop, choose that virtual office file, right? Where you downloaded it from the virtual office that contains phone numbers, email addresses. And then you also include that file that was from Oily Trends. So in the example I just showed you, it was the reactivation report. And so what this feature does is when you click on those 2 files, click upload, it merges those together. So the people, right, who are not on the reactivation report just automatically get removed. But that reactivation report, right, now will get in all of the attributes that you had selected, either mailing address, phone numbers, email address, or all of them. So you could then effectively take that and you could send postcards, or you could upload them into Project Broadcast and send a text message. Or maybe you're using a separate email program and you can send an email, right? I don't know if you use Flowdesk or ConvertKit, whatever sort of way that you use to email people, you could then email it to them. So this is a fantastic feature, and we often get the question, how do I add phone numbers? How do I add email addresses? This is the way to do it. So it just takes a couple of steps, but once you run through it a few times, it's actually really easy to do. And you could even, for instance, that virtual office report, right, where it had all your members with all of their phone numbers and all of their email addresses, you could literally just have that one report, and maybe you're wanting to do multiple of this. You want to do a reactivation postcard. You want to send something to your first time enrollers. You want to send something out to maybe your new rankers. You could use that one sort of master virtual office file to use for multiple Oily Trends reports, if that makes sense. What I would recommend is each month kind of get a new master list of phone numbers and email addresses, mailing addresses from the virtual office to use if you're wanting to kind of do that. So that's personally what I do. I like to send a text, for instance, to my new members and to my reactivations. And so I just, download those two different reports from Oily Trends, and I use sort of the one master list. So I call it, master list for September, master list for, August, for instance. So I hope that helps with that. The other thing that I did want to highlight is Oily Trends does have a gifting feature. So maybe you're running an incentive for first-time enrollers, or maybe for top enrollers on your team. You can absolutely gift Oily Trends to people on your team in either 1 month, 3 month, 6 months, or 12-month increments. And you do get a free month at 6 months and 2 free months at 12 months. So really easy to do. You just pop in their member number, their email address, and then send them a nice message. But this could be a really great way to encourage people to, use the tool and to really sort of make their data, right, and a priority, and also help them to save time too. So that's what I would suggest doing for end of the month for Oily Trends. I know that was a lot of information, and hopefully we've answered your questions. So I will be sure to come back through into the comments and answer any questions that you have, but just wanted to do a big shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for having us. We are very grateful to have had the opportunity to share with you on, end of the month things that you can do with Oily Trends. We'd be happy to come in and share some other tips and tricks too. But if you have any questions at all, please reach out to us. We would be happy to help you. And just wanted to say thank you again, Jessica Petty and Spruce Society. We're so grateful to all of you for having us. And
yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Tell Nathan we said hi.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.